All right, so these notes are going to cover how to solve two-step inequalities. So these are going to work very, very similarly to equations, but the difference here is that we'll have to keep in mind our inequality solving rules. So just to kind of recap some of the things that we talked about when we were solving equations, these steps should look very familiar. We'll look for opportunities to simplify, get our variables collected, and then remove our constant and coefficient. So if you look at this example, this was my original inequality. I started by subtracting 5 from both sides. That's how I got negative 3x is less than or equal to negative 21. So I did subtraction, which is something I'm allowed to do. Then I divided both sides by negative 3. Because I divided by a negative number, this is key here. If you ever multiply or divide by a negative, you have to reverse the direction of that inequality symbol. So this greater than or equal must change to, or excuse me, this less than or equal changed to a greater than or equal symbol. So it changed at that step here, from here to there. So keep that in mind. That's the one major thing that has to be paid attention to when we're solving our inequalities. All right, so I'm going to work through these couple examples with you here, and then you'll have the opportunity to practice on your own. So the first thing I would do would be to subtract 3 from both sides here. So I would bring down negative 4x. I'm just subtracting, so no worries about whether I need to change anything. 31 minus 3 will get me 28. Next, I would divide by negative 4. Because I divided by a negative, I have to keep in mind that I have to reverse. So this x will now be by itself. Less than will become greater than. 28 divided by negative 4 will become negative 7. So that would be my solution by solving in that manner. Moving on to number 2. I'm trying to get m by itself, so I'm going to subtract 3. Those will cancel there. I'll bring down m over 7, greater than or equal to, and in this case, negative 2. I want to get rid of dividing by 7, so I'll multiply. Those will cancel. I'm multiplying by a positive. No need to flip the inequality. It'll just stay greater than or equal to, and I'll have negative 14. And that would be my solution to that inequality. All right, and then last but not least, let's see here. I'm going to start by subtracting 6. Those will cancel here. I'll have negative x is less than or equal to 8. Now, right now, I do not have x by itself, so I'll need to divide. I'm going to think of this as if it has a negative 1 in front of it. So I'll divide by negative 1. Those will cancel. I did divide by a negative, so I'm going to have to reverse my inequality. So that will change to a greater than here. 8 divided by negative 1 would be negative 8. Now this one I was asked to solve and graph, so I'll come over here, negative 6, negative 7, negative 8. I'll do a closed circle since it does say or equal to. And since I will be greater than, I will point my inequality that direction. All right, at this time, if you did not understand something, go back to that part of the examples and watch through it again before you move on. Make sure you understand these 3 examples. Once you feel fully comfortable with those 3, go ahead and flip the page and choose 3 of these problems to complete. You'll solve and graph, and then match your answers to the answer bank down at the bottom. Good luck!